Hello lovely learners. In today's lesson we are going to create a self-portrait, and we will begin by practicing our self-portrait with the correct proportions. Proportions means where the eyes, nose and lips and facial features are supposed to be placed, and where exactly, and what should be the sizing as compared to each other. So we are going to start with drawing an oval, like an egg shape, inverted oval, and then we are going to add the neck and the shoulders. Then we are going to split the face into half, vertically and horizontally. In the second half of the face we are going to draw the line dividing the face into further half, and then the eyes will be right in the middle of the face. As you can see, I'm starting with the eyes, which are right in the middle of the face, splitting the face into two halves. That is what the placement of the eyes. Draw the curved lines and very simple shapes. Eyeballs are never fully visible in most cases, so you can follow that. The lines that I'm drawing right now are the eyelids, and I'm also making the bushy eyebrows. Eyebrows are never the straight lines, so you may always try to look at and observe or notice eyebrows of the person sitting next to you, or your own eyebrows in the mirror, and you will notice how you can do the eyebrows like this. Okay, making mistakes is part of the learning journey, but we will always make sure that we draw super duper light, drawing big, covering most of the space on our paper, and do not add any details unless and until your overall shape has been achieved and it's big enough and it's light. Drawing light, I can't emphasize enough on the importance of drawing super duper light, so draw super light. I am finally adding the lips. You may pause or stop the video wherever you think you need more help. Rewind it, increase the speed, decrease the speed based on what your requirement is. And lastly, once you're done adding all the facial features, look at your hair. You can use iPads to take the photograph, take a selfie, look at the hair. What's your hair like? Hairline always touches the hair and it's on the forehead. It always touches the ears, and it's on the forehead. So always notice that. Fix anything that you need to. Add the eyeballs, add any details. I'm going to show you another hair type on this, and there we go. If someone has curly hair, if someone has straight hair, someone has wavy hair. So here I showed you two boy hair types right now. I'm erasing once again to show you if I have to add a girl hair on the same portrait, how would it look. So I am doing middle partition, and I am continuing to add the top of my oval, but my hairline is on the top of the skull, so it's over the top of the oval, and I'm continuing with the hairline and also the hair type. So I've got lots of wavy lines to add the hair, and now I can erase any unwanted lines that I used or drew for guiding my steps. So erase all the unwanted lines that you don't want to keep on your portrait anymore. Add any details and finishing touches that you want to. And after finishing your portrait drawing, you are going to look at your learner profiles and add a learner profile that you think you are mostly or you can relate with, and you possess, or you are. So you are going to use a learner profile and add a speech bubble around it. First do the writing and then add the speech bubble. Then grab your ruler and create a Piet Mondrian inspired background. I'm using a ruler to make the grids or the boxes using only vertical or horizontal lines. I am not using diagonal lines. So please make sure that you are not using diagonal lines, because we are taking inspiration from the artist Piet Mondrian. As soon as you're done adding the lines, after finishing your sketch, it's time to add the colors inspired by Piet Mondrian. And as you know that he uses only primary colors in his work, we're going to do the painting using only primary colors. We're using watercolors here, and we are making sure that we use the brush neatly and fill the colors inside the boxes. It's always a good idea to use one color at a time. So take one color of your choice, start with red, blue or yellow, whichever you want, and fill all the boxes you want in red. Then go ahead and wash your brush and fill all the boxes that you want in yellow. Then wash your brush again and fill all the boxes you want in blue. And as soon as we are done with applying primary colors everywhere, it's time for the skin tone. Look at your skin tone very carefully, and if you want to mix two colors from your color palette, please do so. Apart from coloring inside the eyes and on the lips, we are going to color and paint all the parts which are skin, like ears, nose, and the rest of the face, and not forgetting the neck either. Remember that we are not going to paint inside the eyes and the lips, okay? We are going to make sure that we are covering the rest of the skin with the skin tone that we have. If the paint looks strokey, that means you can still see the brush marks. It's okay for now. Let the first layer of paint dry, and then you can apply this skin tone once again on the dried layer to give it more opacity and to give more finishing touch, so that it does not look as strokey as it is right now, okay? And you can fix anything you want to. Do not rub too much brush on your paint surface or paper surface, because the paper is going to start peeling off if you're going to do that. I am finally painting the lips of my painting, and you can see I'm not happy with the color I got, so I lifted some color from the tissue paper or the paper towel. In case there's any extra water or an extra color on your paper, you can always dab the tissue paper or paper towel and it lifts the color off. So that is something you can always do. Wipe your brush clean using a paper towel after washing it. It shouldn't be too wet, and the color or paint shouldn't be dripping off the paintbrush for you to apply. So make sure that you've got good consistency of paint and good consistency of water. It shouldn't be too watery, it shouldn't be too dry. It should just be perfect for your brush to glide on the surface of your work. You're going to look at your hair color finally, and after closely looking at your hair color, you're going to apply the hair color. Remember that this is only the base layer. I'm going to add the black lines to show the details of the hair strands basically. So you can also do that if you like it. Watch me doing that very carefully, and then you can apply it on your own paintings.